Okay, so we've got models modeled, we've got reviews going, and now let's pretend that our model is approved and it is time for us to publish. So we're going to open this up by double clicking in Magic Browser. And once we open this up, we've still got our turntable set up and all that. Now we're just going to publish it. So we're going to go over to and model publishes are pretty serious. So, and this will just get larger. So I'm going to click publish. Just to give you an idea, this publish is that long right now, and it's got a bunch of modeling goodies in there. So for starters, and it's going to do all kinds of stuff like clean up the turntable, and it does a lot. So I'm just going to hit run all, and this is going to just go do its thing. It's going to confirm if those are valid UVs. Those look pretty good to me. That'll save us a lot of time in the future with UVs that the artists aren't aware that they're bad. You can do some math and figure out mathematically if UVs are good, but that's a lot harder to code. So we opted for internally to just have a little pop-up, which is what I would recommend as the first pass. You want to get this stuff to where you get clean models out, not necessarily that you have every pre-flight that you could ever imagine. So we are going to give this a description. Ready for texturing. Okay. So then it's going to add that description. It's going to publish it, which in Alchemy land means we're going to copy this. Well, I'll show you when it's done. We've been trying a bunch of different file structures over the last decade, and this one I like a lot, and I'm using it for testing with friends and making file syncing as easy as possible. So I'll kind of show you through this. All right, so while that's doing its thing, let's talk a little bit about what happens when you publish. So, oh, actually, I have it open. So in here, let's just copy and paste this so we can save it. In here, we've got this folder structure. That's our project. In there, you've got versions, which is where all of my user files are here at my computer. I'm thinking of this as the ability to, the thing I'm testing right now is I'm prepping to make a short and with some friends, and we're going to be doing it remotely. And what I want to be able to do is have my versions at my house, and I only want to be syncing the published versions, which that's where all the publishes go. So there's a separate publish tree, and that makes it so that I can do crazy things like use free products like sync thing to just sync the whole publish directory before I throw down money for Perforce when we start using Unreal a lot. And so it's pretty great to have some options for independent creators. But all that said, the folder structure kind of goes like this. If I have a folder structure that looks like this here, that has my name and it has all these versions and major versions and minor versions and all this stuff. So if I go to the, well, first we're going to change this to publishes, so you can see how this works. This is going to change to the publish user, and this is going to change to latest. Now we don't really need all that crap, but it makes the code easier and it makes it so I could instantly try this folder structure out for my little syncing plan. The other thing is this publish tree, this is the thing I've noticed at so many studios. We spend tons of money trying to figure out how to just keep the good stuff, and it's usually 1/10 of the data. So if you have your publishes are just the latest and you also have version stuff, it's a pretty good way to go. And I'm excited about experimenting with this. So this is basically what I do when I'm not working is I experiment with R&D projects on my own pipeline stuff so that I can come up with better ways to help studios out. So anyway, that's where the publishes go. Long drawn out way of saying that. This created a version in ShotGrid. It also will, boop. It changed the status of this version is published. Now, if we go, can I get to, oh, I can't get to it. Let's see. So if I go to the task for this guy, we will have also updated his task to be published as a status, which is great. I can see it right away that this model is published, which means that our texture task is ready to start, and we are ready to we're ready to go on to the next video, which is the texture build.